Vikings beat the Bills. We are officially legit. Boom. Right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Vikings 8-1 beating the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. We are officially legit. We are contenders. Suck it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit more before we do. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids. We are, dare I say, closing in on 9,000 subscribers. We're so damn close. And also, hit up Lift Ridge Brewing Company, either at your liquor store near you or go to the damn facility in Stillwater or over there in Wisconsin. And let's talk about it. Minnesota Vikings 8-1, going on the road to Buffalo, hostile environment, and winning decisively.
Kicking their ass. Just to be clear, Liftbridge is our sponsor. We love them more than anything. I've had this thing for like 5 years, and I'm going to crack this when the Vikings win the Super Bowl. It's getting real murky, real
You're starting to tease it.
Shit floating in there. So there you have it. So yeah, hey, Vikings 8-1. We're contenders. We are legit Super Bowl contenders. If you're a Vikings fan, let that just waft. Is that the word? Waft over your face. Let it soak in. Waft. Maybe that's what it is. But the fact everybody hasn't been on board with the Vikings. We've seen it. You're watching ESPN, watching NFL Network. Oh, they're beating backup quarterbacks, blah, blah, blah. They're getting closer. We're like ranked in the top 5 last week. We just beat the Bills on their own turf. Kiss my ass. We are contenders, and damn it, we deserve it.
Well, it's funny because it's never pretty with the Vikings. It can be against those backup quarterbacks. It can be against a starting quarterback. It can be against a great quarterback like Josh Allen. We all of a sudden look like we're down and out. It can be in the fourth quarter, down by 2 scores, and suddenly this team rises up from the ashes, wakes up, and all of a sudden everything goes in their favor, and somehow they come out on top. It's been the story of the 2022 Vikings. And start buying in. This is who we are. This is what we do. We win fucking football games.
Get used to it. It's not going to be pretty. This is going to be the trend. They're going to be close games. We're going to be down. We're going to figure it. Lupagus said it best in our live. We are the Rocky Balboa of the NFL. We're going to get beat the shit. They're going to beat the shit out of us. Ivan Drago is going to come out and beat the hell out of us. But at the end, we are going to get the dub, and we proved it today. This couldn't be. Yeah. I mean, even if it was at home, if this was in Minnesota, it would still be just as great of a victory. But the fact that we did this on the road in Buffalo in shitty weather, look at what Buffalo has done in the past. They don't give up points at home. They don't do it. And we put up 33 on their asses today. Boom.
And anybody on Buffalo's side can say, like, oh, we had Greg Rousseau, we had Tre'Davious Rowe, we had Jordan Poyer. Oh, you know what? Vikings are playing a long stretch of time without Christian Darrisaw. They have Blake Brandel in there. We didn't have Cam Dancer. We didn't have Delvin Tomlinson. We also had guys who were missing, and we found a way to win this game, even with our kicker missing an extra point that would have put it a 4-point lead instead of 3. The Vikings are 8-1. The Buffalo Bills are 6-3 on a 2-game losing streak. Suck it, Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you're absolutely right. The Bills had some injuries. They had some key guys out, but Stephon Diggs, I mean, Andrew Booth and Caleb Evans are on them. 2 rookies, 2 very green rookies. I mean, they should have put up 50 points on us easily. So I'm not letting that be an excuse. Look at the previous games. I mean, we can go through the schedule, which we're not going to do, but we've beaten some very good teams along the way. They had backup quarterbacks, they had some issues, whatever. This just solidifies the fact that we are the real deal. We got the Cowboys next week at home. And if for some reason we lose that game, I don't give a shit. We're still contenders. This Bills game was ginormous.
Well, it's the thing. I mean, you stats tell you a lot of stuff. How good your offense is, how good your defense is, how good your special teams is. But what it doesn't tell you is how resilient your team is. And this team is pure resiliency. They're down by 2 scores in the fourth quarter. They come back and they find ways to win. They play their best ball when their back's against the wall. The Vikings have done it time and time again this year. And that's why they're 8-1, because when it looks like all the world's over, when the game's over, when it's all said and done, this team rises up and somehow comes out with the dub.
Well, we got to give some credit to Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connell, the new culture of this squad. Kwesi, in our live show, some people were giving some love to him, and that is a very underrated factor of this squad that Kevin O'Connell people are just buying in. We could be down by 10 at halftime. We could be down by 14 at halftime. Doesn't matter. We're still in this game because we have the talent to beat them. And Kevin O'Connell, I mean, if he's not coach of the year, I mean, unless we do some sort of complete explosion of shit, Kevin O'Connell needs to be in the discussion of coach of the year right now.
And it's crazy because let's flip it back a year. If we're up by 14, you weren't feeling very comfortable. And now this year, you're down by 14 going to the fourth quarter. You feel like there's still time for this team to make a run to pull this thing out. You're not counting them out. And a year ago, it's the opposite. You got that cushion, and you feel like it's not safe. So I think that is a total coach thing. It's a total culture change. And this is why these Vikings are pulling up. We saw our callers were coming on during the live saying, you know what, I wasn't worried. I wasn't concerned. I knew I was pull this thing. Yeah, I was too. But the fans are now buying into the fact that the Vikings are not going to give up until there's no time left on the clock. And today was another example of that.
And that is exactly why the Vikings are officially on the map to be Super Bowl contenders. Let that soak in. Super Bowl contenders. We are not pretenders. Let us know in the comments. Are you buying in? Did this game push you over the Humpty Dump, as far as being legit?
Yeah. Keep talking like that. You're getting my parts tingling. And remember this. As your thing with the Vikings and their contendership. In Roman numerals, there is no zero.
Oh my